Today we come near to the end of our little series on the shortest books of the Bible. Other than the book of the prophet Obadiah, all the rest of our list of the shortest books of the Bible are letters, epistles. Some are written to individuals, such as Titus and Philemon, while others, including Jude and today's epistle, are written to congregations or to the church at large. And like the others, its brevity should not lead us to think it is unimportant. Indeed, this letter links two Christian beliefs together in a most unexpected way. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Friday, September 26, 2025. Weighing in at a mere 245 words in Greek, in 13 verses in one very short chapter, is the second letter of John. The writer of 2 John doesn't actually identify himself by name, but his style of writing and his theological emphases mark him as either possibly the writer of the Gospel of John or more likely one of that John's disciples. The Gospel of John and the three short letters of John are written in such a distinctive style that they are clearly written from within a particular Christian community. Scholars refer to this group as the Johannine community. But whether the author of 2 John is the gospel writer or a disciple of that one is not all that important. What matters is that we recognize the distinctive flavor of the theology connecting all of them. I mentioned that this letter touches on two ideas and connects them in an unexpected way. These two ideas are both characteristic of the Gospel of John and of the three Johannine letters. The first idea is the importance of love as a mark of the Christian life. Now, this seems like an obvious one here. Nearly every book in the New Testament talks about love. Paul devotes perhaps his most famous chapter to it, 1 Corinthians 13. But the idea of love in the Johannine community had a special and particular significance. It was absolutely central to the faith itself, not a result of the theology, but a driver of this theology. It is articulated in the Gospel of John, where Jesus says during the Last Supper, "I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another." And then this command is repeated several times. Then, in the letter 1 John, we read, "Beloved, let us love one another, because love is from God. Everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, for God is love." In 2 John, the writer says, "I was overjoyed to find some of your children walking in the truth, just as we have been commanded by the Father. But now, dear lady, I ask you, not as though I were writing you a new commandment, but one we have had from the beginning, let us love one another. And this is love, that we walk according to his commandments. This is the commandment, just as you have heard it from the beginning. You must walk in it." Now, this is a really fascinating way to put it, isn't it? Walk in love. Love is not merely a feeling or affection for another. It is lived out in concrete ways in our lives. It's not enough to speak of love when it is convenient. We must walk the talk. Which brings us to the second idea in 2 John that is characteristic of the Johannine theology generally, the incarnation of God in Jesus Christ. From the Gospel of John throughout all of the Johannine letters, there is a special and vigorous insistence on the incarnation. While this doesn't sound all that exciting to us, since we are so accustomed to this idea, there were a lot of debates about it in the early church. Was Jesus a regular human being whom God had specifically and specially touched? Was he a spirit who only seemed to be human, but was a sort of ghostly appearance of God, but not actually human? The Johannine community insisted that Jesus was God and was also a real flesh and blood human being. Immediately after the passage I quoted above, the writer of 2 John immediately turns to a warning about those who deny the incarnation. It seems like an abrupt shift, a real non sequitur. Is there a connection between love and the incarnation? The answer is emphatically yes, for the incarnation is the manifestation of God's love for us. By coming in the flesh to dwell among us, God's love ceased to be a nice sentimental concept and took on the rough and tumble of the world. In Jesus Christ, God's love walked among us. Hence, the importance of the writer's insistence that we must walk in love. Because Jesus Christ embodies God's love, so too we must embody that love in all we do. We must walk the talk. Otherwise, God's love remains little more than snappy sentimentality. Love and incarnation, not two ideas haphazardly slapped together, but two ideas that absolutely belong together. When we return tomorrow, we reach the number one shortest book in the Bible, which demonstrates that we cannot equate how long a book is with its importance. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.